Okay, so this week's topic is unfriending. And does this make me a bitch?
Oh my God, I think you're talking to the wrong friend, because I will unfriend a friend in a heartbeat. A woman, a man, I will unfriend you.
I've learned through the past, like, if there's someone in your life and you're not benefiting from them, or you have instincts about them, and you feel some type of way, and it's in your heart, and you can pray about it or think about it or whatever, and it stays the same, you do not have to keep people in your life that don't provide any kind of value or don't support you or don't match your trajectory.
Yeah. Where your life is going, how your life is going.
Because I just feel like the older you get, your friend circle gets smaller. And for me right now, I don't have a ton of time to spend with friends. I have like a whole family. And so if I'm going to spend time with people, I want it to be valuable, and I want it to be with people that I love and that help me grow and help me as a person. And like, you know, we have similar goals, or we're helping each other achieve our goals, whatever it might be. It's got to be a reciprocal thing for me right now. Am I being a bitch by unfriending you, or is it called self-care?
Okay, so dead.
Self-care Sunday.
So I think the difference between you and I, and when it comes to unfriending, is that I make my point clear.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you know that I'm uninterested in continuing this friendship.
Right.
Don't reach out to me.
Right.
I won't reach out to you.
Right.
I'm not here to slander your name through the mud, because you were someone that was once special and important to me. I hope you'll do the same for me. But sayonara, have a good life.
And you will say this to their face.
I will say it to their face. I asked one girl to meet me for dinner.
To tell her that you don't want to be her friend anymore.
To let her know that.
I'm
never
not
contact me again.
confrontational.
But it doesn't have to be confrontational.
I know.
It could just be honest. Like, this is an honest conversation. I don't want to be your friend anymore, because you've made me feel this. It's not working for me. You have kids, so it's different, right? If I'm someone that cares about your kids, and you stop like inviting me to their birthday party, or maybe I have kids and our kids played together, it was something that wasn't just our friendship. It feels a little weird that you just dropped off the face of the planet. I think that it's important for people to know that, like, this isn't working for me.
Okay.
Because otherwise what happens is that's how the infection spreads. That's how she talks to your sister-in-law. That's how she talks to mutual friends of yours. That's how, right? But if you guys decide, look, this is just not working.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk shit about you. Please don't talk shit about me.
Yeah.
But like, this isn't flying. That's when I think you stop the spread. You stop her from fucking gossiping all over town, like, oh, Ashley just dropped off the face of the planet.
Yeah.
You know, like all of that.
So I got about 3 to 4 solid girlfriends right now that I feel very confident in our relationships, and I honestly feel like that's all I need.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want any other friends.
Yeah. Actually, that's a solid. What is the key number of friends for you as a woman that you need as a sounding board? For me,
and when we're talking about friends, I mean, because like obviously I have acquaintances and girls that are like, oh, you're so cool, and like we might go to dinner or something, like whatever, but like friends that like know all my business and like that I actually trust them and like care about their opinion.
I think four might be a max. It's 5 for me, but
it is. But you're like very friendly.
Roll your eyes, why don't you? Interesting.
Have you ever well, you were telling us a little bit about was that your last unfriending?
Oh no, I'd be unfriending. I unfriend. Like, this is not serving me at all. But what my problem is that I give a lot. And so when I feel like it's not reciprocated, it's like, okay, no problem. Like, I understand what's happening here. But for me, like I said, I like to sit down and have these conversations. One of my best ones was, all right, I always said I would never share this story. Oh no, am I going to share it? Okay, so there was a girl who I was friends with. I like to explain my friendships like rings on a tree. Right? So it starts with one small ring and then they get bigger. So your best friends are the people that are in that first ring, and then your second ring are people that you have known for maybe some friendships are because they're just old, right? They've been here, so they're kind of in the second level. You may not talk to them as much or whatever, but they're in that tight circle.
They're in your circle.
And then as you start to get wider in the rings of the tree, those are less people that you're like less close to them. So I this girl I considered at the time in my first ring. That first ring means that you know everything. You know some secrets that maybe not even everybody in the ring knows. Like, right? Like everyone, this one person might know this one person might know another secret, one person might know another secret. I had a relationship with a guy that I wasn't necessarily proud of. He was kind of what the world likes to call like, he belonged to the world. He belonged to the streets.
He was for everybody.
He was for everybody. Right? He was for everybody.
Yeah.
But him and I had a relationship that was around kind of before he became for everybody.
Right.
Right? When he was like a lot lower and quieter and trying to figure himself out.
Yeah.
And so I maintained this relationship with him because I had feelings for him, but I just knew that it wouldn't really grow into anything major. So we would hang out all the time, and I would invite this particular friend to be a part of this. And again, like I said, because I was embarrassed of it and not like totally open with it, I really value the fact that I had someone that I could share about this relationship with.
Right.
You know, like it was so nice to actually like be around someone who had seen us together, who could understand that like we had our little inside jokes, and I took comfort in that. So I went away for my birthday. And while I was away for my birthday, she couldn't make the trip. She had to work, and she stayed back in New York. So when I came back from my trip, this is in the days of BBM, I changed my BBM icon to this really cute photo of her and I that we had taken like the week before I left. And when I put the photo up on my BBM, the guy messages me almost immediately and says, "Take that shit down. That bitch is not your friend."
There's nothing worse than that bitch is not your friend.
And I'm like, what you mean? She's definitely my friend. You know, and I'm like, you're tripping. Like, and he's like, no. While you were away on your vacation, I fucked her. And I said, wait, what? He said, yeah, you know that Drake line? She came through, she brought food, she got fucked, she knew what's up.
That happened in real life.
And I was like, wait, what do you mean? And he said that he had ran out to her in the club. When he left the club, he got a DM on Twitter. And she said, hey, where are you? He said, at my hotel, where are you? She said, getting food. He said, bring me some. He said, I threw the line out there, and she bit. She went and picked up food. She brought it to his hotel. She fucked him, and he said that she was out by like 6:30. Like the sun wasn't even fully up. And I was just like, wait, what? And I was taken totally aback. I was taken so far back. Now, I had weird feelings. It's like, that's not my man. I'm not in a relationship with him. What's going on? How can I feel? But I realized that like what hurt is that I heard it from him, not from her.
Yeah.
So I gave her about 2 or 3 days. And she didn't say anything to me. So when she hit me to hang out, I said, actually, nah, can you meet me at the Mexican restaurant on 9th Avenue? And she said, okay. So we meet at the Mexican restaurant, and the lady hands us menus. I said, we won't need those. And she was like,
her face dropped.
She was like, I was like, you can get a drink if you want, but I don't plan to eat. And she said, okay. So I think we got like chips and salsa and had our drinks. And
you're shooting the shit at this point?
We're not
what
even.
Are you guys talking?
No, we're not really. It's like all.
Silent.
It's like happening very fast. They came.
Yeah.
No, we won't need
Right.
Like you know, like that.
Yeah.
And I say to her, you know, I wanted us to sit down because I wanted to have a conversation with you. And the first thing she says is, I think I know what this is about.
Yeah, bitch.
And I said, yeah, I could guess.
Yeah.
Is there a reason that I had to hear from him?
Right.
And she was just like, I was so drunk. It just happened. She made a bunch of excuses. And all I could say is that, but have you been drunk for the last week and a half?
Right.
I understand that you made a drunk move, but then you've had over a week and some change between me happening while I was on the trip. I got back from the trip. I gave you a couple days. Like, you've had time to figure out how to message this, how to package this up and deliver it.
Yeah.
And I gave her the example. I said, listen, you were one of a very few people in my life that knew about that situation, and you took advantage of that fact. You took advantage of the fact that nobody else knew it was happening, and then therefore it would never get back to me.
Yeah.
That's intentional. And I gave her the example of the rings on the tree, and I let her know that, like, I had you in this circle, and I don't believe that you belong there. And you're not that friend to me. And in fact, I don't want to be around you, and I don't want people seeing me out with people like you. How you move is shady. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to talk shit about you. This obviously stays between me and you. The truth of the matter is that, like, I didn't want her telling people I was messing with that guy anyway. You know? So it was like, I was going to give her that respect. I told her, I hope that you give me the same respect. And, like, take care.
And how did that work out?
We are not friends. Still to this day.
You never heard her run nothing back on you?
I never heard her run anything back. And it took a long time for me to even, like, talk about this story.
And then, have you seen her since?
I have not seen her, not one time.
You haven't even seen her?
Nope. Not one time.
Is she still in New York?
She's still in New York. We still have mutual friends. All those things. So that was one unfriending that I had. But I think what it did cause, it's a pretty good conversation to have, I think, is we kept mutual friends. Mm-hmm. Are you allowed, like I said to you, to chat with your mutual friends about your failed friendship when you guys have, you know? And then also, what are the rules, right? Like, for some of my friends, I felt like you should choose. Yo, you know how this girl moves. Yeah. She did this to me. Yeah. Why do you think she won't do it to you?
Yeah, because yours was very extreme. Mine was slightly less extreme.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I don't mind having a mutual friend, but if you're going to be a mutual friend and say that you're still my friend and still her friend, then I would just want you to act accordingly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
100%.
it.
I think that's...
But in your case, no, choose up, bitch.
Choose up!
Yeah.
She's gonna fuck your man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you.
That is not the type of friend you want to have.
At all.
Those are the worst.
It's not the friend that you want to have. But I do think that is the tricky part about unfriending, is what happens to the group of friends.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Because when there's a group of friends, we've had this.
Mm-hmm. We had a group of friends that one of us, it breaks up a crew. Yeah. It makes things, particularly when you don't live in the same city, hard. Because you pop into the town and you want to get your crew together. Like, fuck out of here. I don't want to do 6 dinners. Right. I just want to do one.
I'm only in town for 2 days. You guys making it tough.
Why don't you guys just be friends?
Yeah.
But, you know, you outgrow people.
Yeah.
And
you can't fault anybody for doing that.
You can't.
I think especially as you get older, you cannot fault people for outgrowing. Because at the end of the day, this world is a fucked up place. So if you feel that they're like, you have to keep your safe space yours. Mm-hmm. So if there's someone that you don't feel comfortable with being in your safe space anymore, get them out. They gotta go. Don't feel bad about it. But like Ash said, it's about how you handle it. So, you know, I'll take that. And I think as I move forward, if I ever have to unfriend, which I hope I don't, because I feel like I keep my circle pretty tight now. Yeah. But I will take your advice. Yeah. I will try and sit down.
Try and sit them down. Or even a phone call. But just
even a phone call.
Let them know that
not a text.
This is over and we're not going to make this messy.
Not a text.
Not a text. Those get screenshot.
You smart. You very smart.
So... unfriending, how we feel about it is you're allowed to do it. You should do it.
You should do it.
It's a form of self-care.
Self-care. Self-care 101. Unfriend that bitch. If she make you feel funny, unfriend her.
No, let me tell you something.
No, don't tell me.
If I wasn't here, I would surely take a day off from you and then a day off from these kids.
Another level of unfriending, which I'm super fond of, is the social media unfriend. And since I'm kind of like a ghosting type of unfriender, do you know what I do?
What?
I'm queen of the mute.
That's a great idea.
I'm with that.
Oh, you mute somebody so they don't even know that you're not watching their stuff anymore?
Exactly. And this goes back to how I also unfriend people. See, you unfollow people.
Uh-huh.
That's how we're different. I'll mute you so I don't have to look at you, talk to you.
Oh, actually, I don't unfollow. Okay, so what we do know is that we can unfriend. It's self-care. It's helpful. It's something you should do. But please don't unfriend me, Ash.
Oh, I can't make any promises.
You can't make any promises.
You know, if you just don't hear from me for 6 months.
Yo, you be going away.
I know.
I'd be like, damn,
But
she's
never
going through it.
that
Because I
long.
know, I'd be like,
Yeah.
damn, nah, she going through whatever it is.
Yeah.
She don't want to talk to nobody. She don't want to talk to me.
No, if I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to nobody, for sure.
That's so good. So I can't wait for our topic next week.
I know. I'm excited.
All right. What are we going to do? Just shoot texts at each other all week and see the best one that comes
Well,
up?
I wrote one thing down.
Okay, good. I'm excited for that.
Should we say it?
Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait for next week.
These are a solid topic, and I have a lot to say.
Shit, me too.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to speak from a lot of the same perspective.
I think probably a little bit.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, girl.
Okay.
Well,
Love you.
I love you too.
This is Ask Ashley.
Signing off.
Signing off.